All right. We're live. Welcome to our 2025 NFL Free Agency Tracker. Free agency, baby. The craziest 48 hours in the National Football League. Trades are happening. Deals are getting done. Phones are ringing off the hook. It's absolutely bananas, and we are here for all of it. We're talking mega deals, head-scratching trades, and those under-the-radar moves that could shake up the entire league. Buckle up, because we're about to break down the absolute wildest signings, trades, and contract info for all 32 teams. That's right, 32 teams, all vying for a shot at the Lombardi Trophy. You already know we're going to break it all down for you, so stay tuned. We're diving deep into the chaos of free agency, and trust me, you do not want to miss this. All right, folks, let's kick things off with the biggest signing of the day. And let me tell you, this one is an absolute bombshell. We knew there'd be some big moves, but this one takes the cake. Can you believe this? Player X, arguably the best insert position in the league, is taking his talents to Team Y. We're talking about a guy who mentioned player achievements, stats, awards, and now he's joining forces with mentioned team strengths or star players. The contract itself is insane. We're talking mentioned contract details, years, guaranteed money. This is a game changer, folks. Player X is getting paid, and Team Y is going all in on a championship run. You gotta think, what does this mean for the rest of the league, Team Y's? Rivals are probably sweating bullets right now, trying to figure out how they're gonna compete. This move shakes up the entire landscape of the mentioned conference or division. We knew Player X was gonna command a king's ransom in free agency, but this is next level stuff. This is the kind of move that can make or break a franchise. Now, only time will tell if this gamble pays off for Team Y. But one thing's for sure, this is going to be one heck of a ride. We're talking potential Super Bowl contenders right here. This is what free agency is all about, folks. The unexpected, the jaw-dropping, the hold my beer, I'm going for it mentality, and believe me, we are just getting started. Okay, we just talked about a massive signing, but hold on to your hats, folks, because this next one is a real head-scratcher. A trade just went down that has everyone in the NFL world saying, wait, what? Team A just shipped off Player Z to Team B for mentioned trade compensation. Now, on the surface, this might not seem like a huge deal, but let me tell you, this is huge. Player Z is a mentioned position with a ton of potential. He's mentioned player's strengths and potential. We knew he was unhappy with his role on Team A, and it looks like Team B saw an opportunity to pounce. Now the big question is, what does this mean for both teams? Team A clearly felt like they needed to shake things up, but did they get enough in return? And for Team B, is Player Z the missing piece they need to make a deep playoff run? This trade has the potential to be a win-win for both sides. Team A gets, mention what Team A gets in return, and Team B gets a young, talented player with a chip on his shoulder. It's these kinds of trades that make the NFL so unpredictable and exciting. You got to give credit to both front offices for being willing to make a bold move. We'll be keeping a close eye on how this trade plays out over the next few seasons. But one thing's for sure, this is just the tip of the iceberg, folks. There's a lot more free agency madness to come. All right, we've seen some wild signings and a head-scratching trade, but now it's time to talk about some good old-fashioned loyalty. That's right, folks. Player M, the heart and soul of Team N, has just signed a contract extension. And you know what? It's a well-deserved one. This guy has been through thick and thin with Team N. He's been a pillar of strength, showing incredible leadership qualities and making a significant impact on the community. He's the kind of player every team wishes they had, and now Team N gets to keep him for the foreseeable future. The contract details are in, and it's a multi-year deal with a hefty amount of guaranteed money. Now, some people might say that's a lot of money for a player of his age, but let me tell you something. You can't put a price tag on loyalty and leadership. Player M could have easily tested the free agent market and probably gotten a bigger payday elsewhere. But he chose to stay with the team that drafted him, the team he helped build into a contender. This is what it's all about, folks. This is what makes sports so special. The connection between a player and a city, a team and its fans. It's moments like these that remind us why we love this game. Hats off to Player M and Team N. This is a match made in football heaven, and I can't wait to see what they accomplish together in the years to come. Hold on to your seats, folks, because we're about to talk about a team that ain't messing around. They're not here for a rebuild, they're here to win now. I'm talking about Team K, baby. These guys have been busy this offseason, making moves left and right. They're like a kid in a candy store with a pocket full of cash. And honestly, I kinda love it. They kicked things off by signing player R to a massive deal, instantly upgrading their roster. Then, they went out and traded for player S, a proven veteran who brings a ton of experience and leadership to the locker room. And they weren't done there. They also added some key depth pieces through free agency, shoring up their roster and addressing their biggest weaknesses. It's clear that Team K is all in on winning a championship, and they're not afraid to spend the money to do it. Now, some people might criticize their aggressive approach, but you know what? I respect the hell out of it. In a league where parity reigns supreme, you've got to take your shot when you have it. Team K is sending a message to the rest of the league. We're here, we're hungry, and we're coming for that Lombardi trophy. Well, folks, there you have it. Another wild day of NFL free agency is in the books. We've seen it all: jaw-dropping signings, blockbuster trades, and heartwarming contract extensions. But before we go, let's take a quick look at the teams that have been the most active in free agency so far. First up, we got to give a shout out to Team L. They've been absolutely on fire, addressing their needs and adding some serious talent on both sides of the ball. They're looking like a completely different team than they did last year. Then there's Team P, who've been quietly making some savvy moves. They haven't made any huge splashes, but they've been strategically filling holes and putting themselves in a great position to compete. And of course, we can't forget about Team Q, who, as always, are right in the thick of things. They're always a threat in free agency, and this year is no different. They've been linked to just about every big-name player available, and they've already made some significant additions. It's still early, but these teams are off to a great start in free agency. It'll be interesting to see how the rest of the offseason plays out, and which teams emerge as the real winners. And there you have it, folks. Another wild day of NFL free agency in the books. We saw some absolute shockers out there today. Trades, signings, extensions, you name it, it happened. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more NFL updates. We're your one-stop shop for all things NFL, so hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single thing. Stay tuned for our next video where we dive deeper into the 2025 NFL season. We'll be breaking down all the biggest storylines, making predictions, and giving you our expert analysis. It's going to be a blast. Until next time, stay tuned and stay awesome.